Entering week 3, unbeaten Wake Forest comes into its homecoming game with a division win already in the bank as the brutal Atlantic Division schedule looms in the future. Utah State remembers its 2014 win against the Deacs, but faces a completely remade Wake Forest squad today. The Aggies take on the Demon Deacons next on the ACC on ESPN. You are watching the ACC on ESPN. And this afternoon from BB&T Field in Winston-Salem, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons host the Aggies of Utah State. And along with former Florida State quarterback Christian Ponder, Bill Roth welcoming you to another Saturday afternoon in the ACC. And today Utah State out of the Mountain West visits for the first time ever to the state of North Carolina. And Christian, they're taking on a Wake Forest team that's 2-0 on the season, playing great football after last week's win up at Chestnut Hill. Yeah, they're playing really great football. They should have a lot of confidence in what they're doing. Their offense is putting up a lot of points on the board. Their defense is creating a lot of turnovers. I think it's the most talent that Coach Clausen's had in the 4 years that he's been here. Look for them to have a great season. Utah State comes to town with a mark of 1-1, an opening night loss up at Wisconsin, but they came back last week and really hammered Idaho State at home. They did hammer Idaho State, but you know what? That score in Wisconsin was ugly at the end, but they were up 10-0 in the second quarter in Madison, which is hard to do. They're going to be playing with a lot of confidence today. They beat Wake Forest in 2014 in Logan. They have a really dynamic defense, and they have a really explosive offense. Well, let's start with the quarterbacks because both of these teams have terrific senior quarterbacks. We'll start with Utah State and this young man from suburban Dallas, Kent Myers. Yeah, my guy from Rowlett, Texas. He's played a lot of ball for the Aggies. He's a true dual threat quarterback. He likes to run the ball. The running quarterback runs are a big part of this offense. But he also throws the ball really well downfield, and they use a lot of screens outside with receivers. The receivers are great after the catch. He had over 400 yards of offense last week against Idaho State. Well, Wake Forest has a senior quarterback of its own that ACC fans are very familiar with. John Wolford's played an awful lot of football here for the Demon Deacons over the last couple of years, and he's coming off one of his best games ever last week up at Chestnut Hill. Yeah, he was very efficient against BC, and he's played a lot of ball. He's been a 4-year starter. He actually lost his job last year and got it back, earning the job in a competition this summer. He's the heart and soul of this offense, loves to run the ball. They call a lot of dynamic runs. They'll call quarterback counters. They'll call quarterback draws. He loves to extend passing plays with his legs. He's a huge part of this offense and really the leader on this offense. John Wolford and Wake Forest 2-0 on the season, getting set to battle Utah State on a homecoming Saturday here in beautiful Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Stay tuned. Homecoming Saturday, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. At BB&T Field, it's been a full weekend already of festivities here, and now Utah State visits, and it's the first time ever that the Aggies have played here in Winston-Salem. They're led by former Aggies quarterback Matt Wells, who's in his 5th season at his alma mater, former quarterback for the Aggies. On the other sideline, Coach Clausen. Christian, as you mentioned, this is the best Wake Forest team that Coach Clausen has had since he's been here. Yeah, you could hear his enthusiasm about this team. I think he's excited with how they've played and looking forward to a big game against Utah State. Wake will kick it off. That's Mike Weaver, number 7 in black, to kick things to the Aggies. And we'll get things going on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Could not ask for better weather than what we have on this field here today. Here we go. And we'll start with a touchback. And Utah State will get the ball first. And what that means, we have our chance to see this senior Kent Myers and this high-paced, quick Utah State offense. Yeah, it is up-tempo. And look for them to try to get the first down. And once they get the first down, they'll kick it into high gear. And Kent, he had only two incompletions last game against Idaho State. One was tipped for an interception. The other was just inches out of bounds. They're going to run the spread. And Myers is a gentleman that has played an awful lot of football for the Aggies over the last couple of years. And he's from just outside of Dallas. And he's going to run after tucking it down, and he gets ahead to about the 32-yard line on the first play of scrimmage for Utah State. Now, they have had a really good season in the first quarter so far. They've been ahead quickly. 10-0, as you mentioned, at Wisconsin. They were up 17-0 in the first quarter last week.
Yeah, and Coach Yost talked about one of the things that he was surprised was how well they started in both games. You know, going into Wisconsin, you can have a little nerves and start slow, and they didn't. And same coming back against Idaho State.
Grant Dawson brought down Hunt shy of the first down. They're going quick. It's 3rd and 1 to start the game for the Aggies, and a very, very big 3rd down conversion here right off the bat in the opening minute of play. Wake's coming on the blitz, and an opportunity here for Hunt, and he's knocked down right near the 35-yard line. Mighty close to the sticks, and it is enough for the first down.
Okay, look for him to kick it into high gear there. They said once they get the first down, they're going to go really fast.
On the ground again, and nothing doing up front. Terrific play by Ejiofor, the sophomore from Houston, coming off the right end for Wake Forest. This is not where they wanted to be. When we visited with the Utah State coaches, they said, we don't want to get into these 2nd and 14, 3rd and 15 situations. We're not that type of team.
No, they're not. You know, they really focus on running the ball, and their passing game's a lot of screens. They do throw the ball a little bit downfield.
Myers going to let it go, and it's picked off on the 42-yard line by Glenn. Down the sideline, and Wake Forest takes the lead on a pick 6 in the opening 2 minutes of play. Cameron Glenn read it beautifully, stepped right in front of the Myers throw, and returns it for the touchdown.
Yeah, it looked like it was man coverage. He tries to come to the tight end, and he just does a good job of undercutting the ball. As a quarterback, you want to put that over the top and let your tight end run underneath it. It was a good job by number 2 to undercut the ball and obviously pick 6.
A tough start on the road for Myers. There is a penalty marker on the play, and it has just been noticed. Here's Riley Johnson.
The field was an interception. During the return, unnecessary hit on the quarterback by the return team. 15 yards from the spot of the foul. First down, Wake Forest.
So that's going to wave the touchdown off the board, and no one noticed. Both teams had their kicking units on the field for the extra point. So let's watch what happens. Who knocks Myers down? That play right there cost Wake Forest a touchdown. How tough is it as a quarterback when you throw a pick 6, although it's wiped off the board, you throw an interception on your very first series?
Yeah, it is tough. Confidence is key when you're playing quarterback, especially on the road. You're the underdog. You're playing at Wake Forest. You want to start off well, and that's definitely going to hurt your confidence.
So while it doesn't get the touchdown, it does get the ball. And Wake Forest, in our first look at John Wolford, the senior from Jacksonville's Bishop Kenny High School, and the Deacs will get good field position to start the game. And a first throw for Wolford. Hit his man in stride. That's Dortch, and he will score. 3 games in college, 3 touchdowns, and a quick start for Wake Forest to start the game as Wolford connects with a touchdown pass to the freshman from Richmond.
Yeah, they like this Dortch in the slot. He's a really dynamic player, really quick. Just wide open. I mean, that makes it easy as a quarterback to throw that ball.
This redshirt freshman had 6 catches last week. He's making this college football look easy. He's a Highland Spring Springer just outside of Richmond. He's come into college ball in 3 college games. He's got 3 touchdowns. Bird again has a hole, and look out, there he goes. The freshman from Savannah will take it the distance. The Deacs rotating tailbacks, and they've got Arkeem Bird back into the game now. He had a long touchdown run in the first half. Wolford to throw it on first down to Hines. He's got him in stride out to the 42-yard line. Tabari Hines, an over-the-shoulder catch. That ball was delivered beautifully by John Wolford.
Yeah, play action pass, post down the middle of the field versus quarters. Great throw, great catch.
Here he goes again. This time to Hines once more. Stops, catches. Still going, and Hines is down near the 20-yard line.
Nice little spin move. I think he ran out of gas. Tripped his feet up and wasn't able to score. But yeah, another pump play. They pumped the screen, and Hines just wide open down the sideline.
Here comes Bird. Started right, and he's going to get knocked down inside the 18-yard line. What a fast drive for Wake Forest. Starting inside their own 10-yard line, 3 plays down to the 18.
There's no slowing down for this offense right now.
Bird gets twisted around and down on the 18-yard line again by Larson. He got that tackle on that play. It'll be 3rd down. Wake's closing in on 500 yards of offense early here in this 3rd period. Wolford to the air once more. Has room to run. Wolford inside the 10, and he will score. John Wolford becomes the first player in Wake Forest history to run and throw for a touchdown in 3 games in a row. And the Wake Forest senior just able to get inside the pylon.
Did a great job sitting in the pocket for a while. Had a ton of time. No one was open. Decided to tuck it. And just an easy run in the end zone. It's a nice Saturday afternoon for John Wolford in this offense right now.
That wraps it up from Winston-Salem. For Christian Ponder, I'm Bill Roth saying so long from BB&T Field, where the final score is Wake Forest 46 and Utah State 10. All games airing on the ESPN networks or streaming live on the ESPN app, or you can watch this entire game on replay, as well as our other games on our family of ESPN networks. Log on to watchespn.com or download the Watch ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN. For Christian Ponder, this is Bill Roth saying so long from Winston-Salem.